talk about our expectations for 2024 for Yu-Gi-Oh! I know we're already like a couple months in, but let's go! Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Starting off over here with the Mega Tin question mark. Tins this year are expected to be one of the craziest products that we've seen in a very long time because Age of Overlord, woo! The value. SP Little Knight, Horus cards, Diabell Star, Wanted. What if Bonfire is in there? What if they choose to print all of this into the tins? Well, I am here to tell you that whatever they choose to do with the tins this year, as long as Age of Overlord is involved in the product, you are probably looking at one of the best products of the year, which is very interesting to think about out here because we have Rarity Collection coming down the pipeline here, and everybody's like, yeah, Rarity Collection. All right, if Rarity Collection 1 was so good, Rarity Collection 2, it's got to be better. Well, we'll talk about that here in a second. So I think reprinting the most expensive cards for the most expensive format the Yu-Gi-Oh's had, I mean, if a meta deck's costing $1,200 out here, like being realistic with you, it should not be that case. We should not see these prices blowing out at these numbers. All right, what we should be seeing here is things start to calm down as the meta starts to subside, as we start to see more of a shift around things. But your expected value is crazy. Now, if they put promos in those tins as well, I think you could be looking at something so crazy that your mind is just not going to be able to handle it. Imagine you open a tin and you pull a $50 to $60 SP Little Knight. Like, that reminds me of Pot of Prosperity days, doesn't it? Like, and if the promos are good, so much upward potential. Now let's talk about the Rarity 2 discussion and how I've called this product Ghost from the Past 2 and how I think it's going to fail. So, the thing that people still don't seem to understand is your MSRP. When a product goes up, you start to cut players off from the potential to buy said product. I don't care if you're pulling more of the product or if there's more available, you know, in the packs. You know, if you're spending an extra, what, 40, 50 bucks per box. People liked Rarity Collection 1 because it was cheaper. Alright, and also the cards that you can dump into Rarity Collection 2 are not as optimally good as the first Rarity Collection. So you're automatically taking all of the, you know, we're down a tier. Alright, you had Ash, you had Imperm, you had all of those staples. Now obviously you have to bump down here. You're like, oh, you know, like, sure, Charmers could be in there, you know, the Link 2s. You know, you could see reprints for those. It'd be good. You know, maybe some more modern era stuff. Sure. Do I think that SP Little Knight's going to be in there? No. It's not going to happen. They're not going to reprint Crater, something that has not been reprinted yet. So before people are like, yeah, SP's going to be in there, Robbie. No, it's not. All right. Konami understands the reprint equity. All right. If you're looking for, you know, this set and you're just like, Robbie, you're going to eat your words, I don't think so. I don't think so. Look what they did from Ghost from the Past 1 to Ghost from the Past 2 and see the failure that the change of ratio. So you can pull twice as many Ghost Rares. And look where it got us. And I feel like it's the exact same scenario. I think this year's wins are going to be the tins. And I think Rarity Collection 2 is just, it's destined to not be where people want it to be. But we'll wait and see. Alright, maybe I'm too early with casting judgment, but it's what it seems like, and typically things are the way they seem. Legacy of Destruction. Hype! Well, when you have a Yugi set out here being driven by this, going second Ignorant Dragons, Ashen type, I think that there's been a lot of people that have looked at Legacy and they've straight gone, this set is absolute garbage. Why would anybody want this? Well, I hate to tell you this, but when you've got the headliner of the franchise, Yugi, on it, yeah, who cares if it's not the Pharaoh? Alright, Little Yugi, Gandora, Magicians, Silent Swordsman, you have all of the necessary ingredients for this. You have a good pouring over for the world exclusive archetype because people already got their feet in the water. They're like, oh, okay, like this is pretty good. I'm kind of digging this. You've also got people out here that are looking at the Melodia stuff. Tenpai Dragons, you have a good going second deck starting in here. You have a lot of things to look at from Legacy going, maybe this isn't going to be, the absolute dumpster pile that it seems to be. But we will have to wait and see. Phantom Nightmare held a lot more value than was really expected. I mean, it's obviously dropped off since then, but I mean, we did see a lot of cruise controlling actually happening for quite some time with that. So for now, I do think that Legacy people are shooting very high on the numbers just because I don't know if they just think that it's going to be a bad set. They just think that, Little Yugi's not going to sell things. Underestimating the nostalgia hype is one of the craziest things that you can do in this game. And Konami knows what they're doing. They made Silent Magician Zero a secret rare, or it should be a secret rare, based on things. So that's something else to kind of discuss. But yes, Legacy. Missing revealed cards. Anybody else remember Year of the Dragon? We talked about Dragon Maid finally getting its Year of the Dragon support. Centurion got new dragon stuff this year, which was kind of cool. He went from one year to the other. I liked the design concept of that. I like the ideas that it feels like Konami's trying out here. Also, you guys remember the missing labyrinth monsters, right? Well, labyrinth monster, right? Well, where is that thing, by the way? Where are the 30 missing Ojamas that we've got partying out here somewhere? There's just a lot of questions that I'm not really sure what they could do at the moment, because as of with how Yu-Gi-Oh has been kind of doing things, they'll be like, oh, we're just going to go ahead and give you a little bit of the support. They're like, hey, it's really cool. Here's a trap card that features all of these new things, and you're just like, but who is that out there? I think that the potential for the unknown is one of the coolest things that we can have in this game. But when, the expectations come down out here and you're like, wow, that was actually garbage. Like, we waited, like 2-3 years for this. We waited how many years for Ponix to get revealed as a card? So, I mean, like, you've got a lot to kind of think about out here. So for now, I do think that the potential for the year, people are expecting the Labyrinth monster, and people are also potentially expecting, Chamber's Dragon Maid form, because it all just makes sense. Also, the Infinite Forbidden stuff as well, with maybe the potential for Eldritch Evil Twin Cyber Dragon stuff. Who knows? More specialty products from Konami. So, do keep in mind that we have the Fallen of Albaz Special Edition coming out in Japan, which, features some alt arts, features, I believe, one new card for the lore, but these specialty products, basically Konami started pulling a page out of Magic's book with, the secret layers, where they're like, hey, let's make a pot collection and test out the waters. Actually, I think the numbered collection was first, and then it was the pot collection, which we did get, and then we went down some other lines. So, these exclusive products that, they're trying out here, I think they're a good idea. I think that Konami has done a very good job, although I wish they would be a little bit cheaper. The stainless steel gods being $400 was a pretty big deterrent from a lot of people, unfortunately, and I get that, and having that level of money, and also the effort for those was not exactly the greatest in the world, but I think doing specialty products, maybe full arts in the future. Could you imagine if we got actual full art cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Paywalled behind that? I think Konami would rake in some free money. I'm not saying that, they shouldn't put actual full arts in the game. I think they should. I think paywall testing them would be a very good idea for Konami. And it also amazes me that we haven't actually done that to this day. Magic's been doing that for so long, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, why are we not doing full arts at this point? I don't know. I want to see where more specialty products will bring us for this year, just to see what Konami can kind of cook up for the later half of 2024. So, those are my expectations for this year. I can't wait to get called out or get told I'm right, but either way, we'll wait and see. So please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.